Instead of asking you to analyse how somebody else uses language, the unit for oral presentation is about asking you to use your language to persuade somebody else. The first thing you need to think about here is an interesting argument. Try and avoid some of the most popular topics, and maybe choose something that none of your other classmates are investigating. This is a great way for you to stand out to your teacher and present something a little bit different. Once you've identified your argument, you can then start to brainstorm all of your sub-arguments and think about some of the persuasive language techniques you want to use in your presentation. Don't forget to think about any counter-arguments as well, and be sure to rebut them in order to boost the validity of your argument. Ideally, a few days before the presentation, you've already brainstormed all of the arguments that you're going to make, and you've organised them into an introduction, clear body paragraphs, and a conclusion. Once you have your points organised in a logical sequence, you can then start to rehearse your speech. When it comes to rehearsal, I would also recommend timing it to make sure that you have enough content. For example, if your teacher says your presentation needs to be between 5 to 7 minutes, I would recommend aiming for the 7-minute mark, as when you present, you usually speak a little bit quicker than you're meant to. When it actually comes to your presentation, it might be tempting to try and remember everything word for word, but you also want to present in a natural and confident fashion. So, stand up straight, present confidently, and make sure that you have a natural rhythm and cadence to your voice. And that means placing emphasis in all of the correct spots. As with the creative response, you also have to submit a statement of intention to your teacher. And this is an opportunity for you to explain your thought process when it came to choosing your arguments and presenting it, and also any language techniques that you decided to use. Make sure that you also identify any persuasive language techniques that you use that your teacher may have missed. As they are the one marking this assessment, as with your creative response, it's also useful to consult your teacher about the argument that you're presenting and make sure that you're meeting their criteria. All the best with your oral presentation.